Up until now, this channel has mostly been about travel, exploring new places, immersing yourself in different cultures, and indulging in amazing food. It's a feeling like no other. But then the vacation ends. You're back home and the highs crash into the lows. The breathtaking views, the atmosphere, the freedom, it all fades into a distant memory, almost like it never happened. You open your laptop to hundreds of unread emails, deadlines piling up, and responsibilities waiting. Here you are, back to reality again. You can't be bothered with it, but you have no choice. Or do you? In October 2023, I became a certified personal trainer. It was one step closer towards my goal of building a career that allowed me to work from anywhere in the world while helping people transform their lives through fitness as the foundation. So in December, I made a promise to myself. 2024 would be the year of action. By January, I had secured a spot as a PT at a new gym and quickly signed my first clients. For the next 6 months, life was a blur of hustle and grind. I was training clients early in the morning, working a full-time 9-to-5 job, and dedicating my evenings to more client sessions, all while staying disciplined on a strict cut myself. It was exhausting but rewarding. Every day felt like a step closer to the life of freedom I envisioned. That summer, my girlfriend and I took a vacation to Puglia. The sun, the food, the Mediterranean lifestyle, it was a glimpse of the freedom I was working so hard to achieve. And by August, I finally made my big break. You see, on top of it all, I was engaged in one more endeavor, a risky one. I was trading Bitcoin on margin with my hard-earned money and made enough profit to buy a house in Italy. It seemed like everything was finally coming together. And then it all fell apart. A series of bad trades wiped out not just my profits, but my entire savings. In just a few weeks, everything I worked for vanished. The financial security I thought I had built was gone. And with it, my plan of living in Italy before the year end. The setback hit hard. But instead of stepping back, I fell into a cycle of revenge trading, deepening my losses. By September, my situation had worsened. I had quit my full-time job confident I would gain more clients after the summer lull. Instead, clients were steadily dropping off with little to no new clients coming in. With no savings left and no steady income, I was struggling to make ends meet. But this isn't a sob story. Setbacks are part of life, and instead of dwelling on mistakes, I understood that everything happens for a reason. I simply got too comfortable, too fast, and I took this as the universe's way of telling me that I am not done yet, not by a long shot. So I reframed my mindset. The work had only just begun. I needed to double down and grind even harder, focusing on building something sustainable, because real results come from putting in the work, day in and day out, even when it's uncomfortable. Remember that feeling we talked about at the beginning, that incredible sense of freedom when you're on vacation, living the life you want. That should be your default, not just the fleeting 5 weeks out of the year. But freedom isn't handed to you, it's earned. And earning it, that's the part most people shy away from. The sacrifices, the discomfort, the discipline it takes, it's a price too high for most to pay. But it doesn't have to be. I will show you that with the right mindset, hard work, and dedication, you can create the life you have always dreamed of. And it all starts with prioritizing your health and fitness. If 2024 was the year of action, 2025 is all about doubling down and grinding even harder. That's why I'm back on YouTube with the goal of uploading every week, documenting my journey and inspiring you to take control of your life and become the fittest, strongest version of yourself. I firmly believe that fitness is the foundation to a better life. It's not just about the physical transformation. It's about the mental growth. The habits you build through fitness, discipline, consistency, mental toughness, resilience, confidence, all of these spill over into every other area of your life, opening doors to opportunities you didn't even know existed. Starting January 15, I'll be back working full-time, and as a fitness coach, I've heard all the excuses about not having time for fitness. So I'm here to prove that it's possible to balance a full-time job, build a business, grow your social media accounts, and committing to consistent weekly uploads on YouTube and still achieve peak physical shape. I'll be following my intense 8-week shredding protocol to get into the best shape of my life, showing that where there is a will, there is a way. Because at the end of the day, this isn't just about fitness. It's about creating the freedom to live life on your own terms. Whether that's traveling or working from anywhere in the world, the foundation starts here. The goal is to never give up on that dream and to keep pushing forward, no matter the setbacks. It's Tuesday, February the 4th. 6:30 in the morning, -5 outside, it's pretty cold. I'm on my way to the gym. At 7 I have a client session, then quickly drive back home because at 9 I'm starting my full-time job. I have a meeting at 9. So yeah, today I'm gonna be taking you with me for a full day of eating, and later that evening I'm gonna be taking you through my leg workout. Okay, it's 9:15. I'll show you what I have for breakfast to get lean, absolutely lean within 10 to 12 weeks, maybe even less. So I have lavash bread, and we're going to weigh it, 40 gram, and it's 232 calories per 100 grams. So when you put it in your calorie tracking app, sometimes they don't have the same products, right? So you need to double check it. But if you have done it once, you will know already next time how to log it correctly. Okay, today I will make the lavash with cheese. I've got some Fontina Italian cheese and some local Czech cheese. Cheese is very calorie dense. It has protein but high in fat, so it's a lot of calories. So when you're cutting, you cannot eat a lot of cheese. So we have to be strategic. So this is going to be 40. Let's put 30. I'll cut it in little pieces. Oregano. Grass-fed butter, I will use just a little bit. That's 3 grams. So you need to always be careful with the oils and fats you cook in, because it adds up quickly. And people like to use a lot of olive oil, they think it's healthy, but then you're just overeating calories. This is plenty. I could even do it less actually, because I also still need to fry my eggs. One side, the other side. Even 1 to 2 grams would be enough for this. 2 large eggs, it's gonna be 100 grams, 104, 106. So since I just used 3 grams of butter, I want to use just 2 for my eggs. You really don't need a lot, just grease the pan a little bit. And don't use those stupid cooking sprays with a shit ton of chemicals. Just control your fat intake by just putting a little bit oil or butter on your pan. So this is my breakfast, just as simple as that. 2 eggs, pasture raised, lavash bread, it's lower in calories than a big slice of sourdough, for example. A little bit of cheese, 30 gram. It's gonna be like, I think, 400, 500 calories. I will put it in the screen. And not so high in protein because it's just 2 eggs, right? But when you're cutting, you cannot eat too much eggs, you know, because they're also very high in calories and fat. So it would be good to add some egg whites, for example. But I didn't want to mess with that. I'll just have a protein shake afterwards or a bit later to increase my protein content. And yeah, that's basically my first meal of the day. Usually my first meal is higher in fat, and then as the day progresses, I will have a lower fat intake. Carbs also I usually will time around my workouts. I intended to run today in the morning, but I had a client session, right? So I'll just do some steps later during lunchtime. Just did some work, and then at 12 during my lunchtime I had a client check-in. As with most people, his protein is too low, so this week he's going to take some steps to increase his protein content. And now I'm going out for some steps because I'm only at 1460, which is way too low. So I'm doing a small round to increase the step count, and then later I'm going to do another round probably. Okay, lunchtime. Soup that Valeria made last weekend. It's called borscht. It's an Ukrainian beetroot soup. We added more meat, like over 1 kilo, I believe, because we of course need protein, right? So it's gonna be higher in calories, 400, 500 calories, just like a normal meal because of the meat. And a small piece of bagel to go with the soup. This is super healthy. The beef is cooked for about 3 hours. We have cabbage, beets, onions, and meat. One of the most nutritious foods on the planet, full of minerals, vitamins. Because when you're cutting, you're already in a caloric deficit, right? So you need to prioritize nutrient-dense whole foods so that your body still has access to the nutrients that it requires. It's not just about, like, protein is important, but it's not just about your macros, it's also about your micros. Okay, it's 4:30, I'm starving. I'm still low on the calories, I'm low on the protein, so what I'm going to do is make protein yogurt. I usually eat it in the evening, but in 1 hour I have a client call and I will be hitting the gym after. So normally I would eat maybe cream of rice or some carbs before the workout, especially given the fact that I'm training legs today. But that's still too far away to take these fast digesting carbs like cream of rice, so it's gonna be just protein mainly. I've got fat-free Greek yogurt, 0% to save on calories. So when I'm cutting, I'm usually eating 0% yogurt. But when I'm not cutting, I can have full-fat yogurt, which is also very good for your hormone production, you know, you need to eat fat. So 160 grams of yogurt and 40 grams whey protein. So all my clients struggle with their protein intake. What I want you to do is just to eat a few staple meals like yogurt with whey protein, some eggs, chicken. You know, it's not that difficult. You always also need to think about prioritizing protein first. So when you're hungry, you want to eat, think of, okay, what will my protein source be? And this is a very simple snack. You can have it in the morning, you can have it as a snack, you can have it as a dessert in the evening. So it's very, very versatile, you know. All right, so now that's all mixed in. I want a little bit of jam, 16 grams of jam, then some frozen berries, and then a little bit of granola. I'm gonna do not too much here, 14. And there you have it, high protein snack. Okay, so I'm getting ready for the gym. I just had the client check in. Same story as always. Prioritizing protein is difficult. He wants to lose weight, get a bit more defined, but as soon as, you know, the requirements are clear, they back down. But I'm here to support, so it should be fine, man. Electrolytes to fuel my electrolytes that I will be sweating out during exercise. I'm at 1300 something calories, 115 carbs. I would love to eat some carbs before the workout, but it's time to go. I'm pretty hungry. I have here a small piece of banana, probably like 40 grams that I will eat. And that's how we will have to do it. Go to the gym hungry. That's what it takes. So I will take you with me for this leg workout. Let's go. All right, time to train legs. I'm starting with the leg extensions with a light weight to warm up. It's gonna be like 15 or 20 repetitions, 41 kilo to pre-exhaust the legs before I proceed with the compound movements. If you're training for strength, you don't want to do it. You want to start with squats, because after pre-exhaustion, you'll be tired already. You'll be exhausted, right? That's why we're doing it. And you want to have all the energy and strength to perform your squats. But in my case, since I'm also cutting, strength is not really a concern. So that's why I'm pre-exhausting my legs as heavy as I can. So I'm warming up, maybe 1 or 2 warm-up sets, and then I'll do 1 working set. It already starts to burn. Okay. Whew. Okay, we changed from 41 to 64. Squeeze at the top, go back down under control, slow, and just before the weights touch, you extend back up. 2, 3, 10. Let's do 91. Last time I did the full stack 109 times 8, but today I don't feel so energetic, so let's see what we can do here. Oh. Okay, so as you could see, 2 warm-up sets, 1 working sets, 1, 2 working sets, 1 heavy set, all out, and that's it. Feels good. Now for some leg curls for the hamstrings. Again, let's warm up. Curl up explosively, hold, squeeze, and lower back down slowly and under control. And right before the weights touch, you curl back up. squeeze out a couple more. I lower down slow and under control all the way down and up. Music's too damn loud here, man. Alright, it's time for 110. I'm gonna take off my shoes because these are not lifting shoes. You need to be stable. A lot of my clients, or a lot of people in general, they squat with running shoes with a soft sole, which is no good. So if you don't have proper shoes, better to take them off and lift barefoot. Low reps, heavier weight. This is pretty heavy for me because I haven't squatted in a long time, so I need to build back up my strength. Let's try 120. One more set, drop set, back to 100. Oh, that's enough. I'll do one last set with 110, I believe this is. Now it's time for a unilateral leg exercise. It's important to also incorporate them. Either this one, single leg press, or Bulgarian split squat, or some form of lunges. They're all good to focus on just one leg at a time to build up your strength, coordination and balance. Starting with a pretty light weight. As you can see, I'm always controlling the descent. Time under tension. All the way down, 4 range of motion. Back up, don't fully lock out your knee. Lightweight, just get some reps in and prepare yourself for a working set. When you're cutting, you don't want to be doing too many repetitions. You're not building much muscle, if any. So you just want to maintain that muscle and strength. So you need to push heavy weights to maintain that muscle, you know what I mean? Seven, 8, 6, 7. Oh fuck, that fucking hurts. Okay, I just got back from the gym. I wanted to do abs to finish off, but all the ab machines were taken for the cable crunch or the Roman chair, whatever. So fuck it, tomorrow. I just bought some cod, frozen cod and ketchup, and that will be my meal. So what I will do is just pop these into the pan. 4 blocks of cod, it's 400 grams, but some water will dissolve. So the end weight, I will log this as 360 grams instead of 400.
So now if you said, we'll say, oh yeah, you're really not, yeah.
We will see what he will say. So I just put this in the pan like that. A bit of water, otherwise it will stick, and let it defreeze. I'm pretty low on carbs as well, but I'm lazy to cook rice, so I will just have some veggies. I'll just throw them in there as well. Just all together. And then instead of rice, the calories that are left I will use for something else, maybe another yogurt, or I will see after. Alright, so I threw out the water. It's pretty much cooked. Now I will just add some spices such as curry, some chili, garlic, and olive oil. This is gonna be 5 grams of olive oil, 4 or 5 grams, salt, squeeze of lemon, plenty of lemon juice, some curry, some chili flakes if you like spicy, and then some garlic powder. And I'll put some ketchup. Okay, I wanted 40, but I've got 70.
Oh no, 70 grams of ketchup. How much calories is that?
Yeah, it's not so much calorie.
This probably is tasty one. It looks very natural.
Yep. Steam probably not.
No?
Someone from the past, maybe in UK. Full plate of protein.
You needed to film what I ate. That's so good.
Yeah, this is also good.
Running is the worst sport you can
Yeah, I could eat today this,
No, why didn't you?
but I had my sushi already.
No.
Yeah. Running is the worst sport you can do to retain muscle. So if you want to have like I'm 49 and pushing 50 keys of turf across the border, but that's a different story. But man, you would
He's
not
40?
believe how hard it is on the legs
Young
to run versus cycles. This is one of the reasons I'm bike riding. I used to do triathlons. So I did competitive triathlons for 13 years before I got into bodybuilding. So I was like lifting weights, doing 20 hours of cardio a week all at the same time. And I got out of the running and I kept cycling because there's no eccentric load on the muscle. So you're just kind of like turning the pedals and you can go for an hour and a half and you're not...
I have 150 calories left and I want to use them, but I'm not sure for what. Probably yogurt again. I can also use those calories to cheat on something, but do I want to do that? It's not really necessary. I can bump up my calories to 200. So let's see. Okay, I'm going to mix 0% fat Greek yogurt with 5%. I will have a mandarin and a bit of whey protein as well. 60 grams of, and then we'll do 40 grams of 5% fat Greek yogurt. And then we'll do just 10 grams of whey protein because I already pre-locked everything to make it fit. There you go, 10 grams. Jam 10 grams. Small spoon to make it last longer. And the scramble of granola with small pieces of chocolate. There you go. Everything needs to be accounted for. So this concludes my full day of eating. Just over 2000 calories, 2050, 200 grams of protein, 177 carb, and I believe 60 grams of fat. So pretty much on point. As you see, you need to be precise. When you're cutting calories, you need to measure. You need to know what you're putting into your body. You need to be careful with oil, fats, butter. You need to move. Today I'm just at, I believe, just under 7K steps. 10K is minimum, so I didn't manage it, but it's okay. Tomorrow morning I will get up, I will run, and I will do another workout because I'm training 6 times per week. Tomorrow it's chest and back, and then the other day it's shoulder and arms. So I hope you can take something away from this video. If you want to get lean, there is no way around it. You need to track, you need to be diligent with your caloric intake, you need to prioritize protein because you don't want to burn off your muscle. You need to lift heavy, strength train. You don't need to do it 6 times per week, but minimum 3, I would say. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.